Right, same video blog entry number 5. I had round 4 of my chemo on Monday. It's Thursday today. Who watches this late? The chemo itself went pretty much as expected. It's getting to the point now where the idea of going through the chemo, like going for the chemo, turns my stomach. It's been sat in the chairs, like the smell of the toilets, the image of having the cannulas in the backs of your hands and stuff like that. Like, it just turns my stomach. Just yeah. It's becoming routine now that I'll spend the morning after throwing up. So that's what I spent Tuesday morning. So that was good. It's a good way to lose the weight that I put on over Christmas, I guess. The exhaustion. So yeah, you feel it's exhaustion. Like the fatigue is really kicking my ass this time. It feels like a while since I've done one of these video blog things, and I was thinking like I was gonna do one before the chemo, and then maybe just after I had it, but I just thought I can't be arsed, I'm too tired. But then I thought that's kind of why I need to do them, because I said at the beginning I wanted them to be as honest as I can make them be, and that involves doing them when I'm not really feeling up to doing them. So yeah, I took my dad with me to do like when I went for this round of chemo, and he pointed something out, and I've noticed it myself, but he sort of pointed it out, and I sat watching them at least how much the nurses work on that ward. They're like amazing. It's amazing just watching them. They're just up and down, up and down. They don't really seem to have much of a break, or like they'll probably have like a half-hour break or whatever. They're doing a full day, but in that time they're just on the go constantly, and it was quite impressive to watch. They have a little bit of a sit down when they're putting the cannulas in, and like they're pumping some of the shit into your hands and stuff like that, and that's kind of the little bit of a respite that they have in between starting, going for the break and coming back and all this stuff. It was quite impressive to watch them, and I don't know whether it's like generally accepted that nurses do graft, and I'm not going to sit here banging on about the NHS and stuff. I'm not going to start getting all political and everything, but it's something that's not talked about enough, and I don't think it's respected enough. Yeah. And that goes for any public sector job. I think my mates at work they'd have something to say if I didn't mention them as well, because obviously they're graft. So just yes, But yeah, the nurses there, like at Castle Hill, are very, very impressive. Yeah, I got a message of somebody. I'm not gonna name them because it's not my place to be naming them. About they'd had a cancer scare at the beginning of the year, and they were using my video blog things, like my video blog things, as a way to. She basically told me that they sort of helped her get through it, and I thought that was fucking awesome. It really sucks that she had to go through it, like the scare and everything, but I kind of thought her telling me that means I don't have to do any more of these now. Because the whole point at the beginning was just thought, if one person gets something good out of doing these, then it kind of, yeah, makes all of this shit kind of seem a bit worthwhile. It's like it's not been for nothing. And the same with, we went to the Hull Daily Mail because in my other band, Reanimator, our guitarist Kev wrote a song for Hull KR. He's a big KR fan, and he wrote a song for him. It was like I don't know, it was like walkout music or something like that, or it was like every music for him to play every time they score a try. But I didn't know what he was planning on doing. It was like when we put on iTunes, is giving the money that we make to cancer research. I thought that was awesome. I didn't know he was planning on doing that. So he went to the Hull Daily Mail and said, this is what I'm planning on doing. Can you help us drum up a bit of support for it and everything? The motivation being our guitarist has got cancer. So they rang me up, the Hull Daily Mail did, and they talked to me about the background of my diagnosis and stuff like that. And the article came out on Friday, and I'll admit I was a little bit uncomfortable about the headline, because we'd gone to him with the intention of saying, like, look, this is why we've written the song. Like, Dan's just the motivation. We've written a song for. Okay, I'll give him the money to cancer research. Then the headline was something like, guitarist Dan finds out he has cancer by drinking rum. And I was a little bit uncomfortable with the idea that it might have looked like I'd gone to the Hull Daily Mail and said, look what's going on with me. I ain't getting enough attention. And that wasn't the case. But most of the people I've talked, like, that have mentioned it to me, have said how good an article it was and everything. And apart from the fact that it makes it sound like I was an alkie, which I wasn't. The bit where I said, lucky I was going out drinking every time, that was a joke. I said that was a joke. And I sound like Donald Trump backtracking now. But yeah, as long as people sort of got what we were trying to do with the song from it, or at least it made them aware, like, if they start having pains in the back when they're drinking rum, to actually go and get it checked out, then I'm cool with it. So yeah. And then about 20 minutes ago, I had a message off H from Acid Rain, who I do the podcast with as well, and he told me that on their tour quite a few people have, like, pulled him aside, saying how much they're enjoying the podcast that I'm doing with him, and like, it's helping them to sort of keep focus. You know, if they're stressed out, then they're going, oh well, this kid's going through that, so I'll give myself a slap. And I thought I thought that was really cool. It's really good to know that people are sort of getting something good from this, because it makes it feel like it's kind of worth doing. It's worth doing anyway. What's the fucking alternative if I don't do the chemo? But yeah, I'm really glad people are getting some out of it. It's become worthwhile. But yeah, that'll do, I think. I've got 2 more left, which I'm quite glad about, because now the weather's getting warmer. It's getting too warm for me to go outside wearing a hat. They only told me the other day, if I do go out, I need to, like, get the highest factor sun cream on that I can, because I'll just burn. So this chemo has given me the complexion and hairstyle of my mate Woody, if you're watching this, mate. But yeah, 2 more. Piece of piss. Cheers for watching.